Okay, my friend, let's start studying it with your knowledge. God can help us. Burger King flew Billy his Bronx coworker to its training center. After returning, Billy told his cousin about his trip. Boy, was it great. I made tons of money over time. We were in training 12 days straight. We worked almost 6 hours a day. We learned how to make 10 new menu items. You see them on the menu next month. Everything was free. I had my own private room in the hotel. The food was fantastic. The hotel had 6 different restaurants. I ate all I could eat 3 times a day. I can't wait to go back there again. Jill asked, "Go back where? Where did you go?" He said, "They said you were in Texas." She asked, "They said? Where in Texas? What's it?" He said, "I don't know. I didn't ever see a city. All I saw were the hotel and the training center." We need to lose weight. We need to lose weight, she said. He said, "What do you mean we?" She said, "I mean you and me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes. You know, that happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise." He said, "We got plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking up to Central Park last week?" She said, "Okay, but we only do that about once a month. We should stop eating ice cream, candy, cakes, cupcakes." He said, "You forgot pie." "All right, we shall start next month." She laughed. She said, "Today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow." He agreed. He put on his shoes. She asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need to splurge on sweet all night before the super start tomorrow." What's the weather going to be like? What's the weather going to be like? He said. She said there were 20% of chance of rain. 20%? The last time 20%? He said. The last time they said 20%, it didn't rain a drop. I'm not going to take my umbrella. 20% means 0%. She said, "Okay, but the week before that, they said 20%, it actually rained all day." He said, "You're right. They were 50% there, 20%. But I hate to take my umbrella around. Plus, the last time I took it, I forgot it at a restaurant." She said, "Put a rubber band around your finger Put a rubber band around your finger. Put a rubber band around your finger to help you remember the umbrella." He said, "The last time I did it, I forgot to remove it and my finger got all poof. I could have lost my finger." She said, "Tie a string around your thumb that will remind you to remove the rubber band." The energy drink. He bought a 6-pack of energy drink. He had never tried it before. The ads promised 4 hours of energy. He needs to cram for the test next morning. He drank the little bottle. He waited for the energy kicking. Nothing happened. I can't wait all night, he thought. He drank another bottle. That will give me 80 hours of energy, he thought. That means he'd be up until 4 a.m. Nothing happened. He drank another bottle. Now I'd be up till 8 a.m., he thought. But that was not good, because the test started at 8 a.m. He drank another bottle. He started studying for the test. He couldn't concentrate. His eyes felt like they were crossing. He couldn't concentrate. His eyes felt like they were crossing. His head felt like it contained a live electric wire. He couldn't study. He couldn't sleep. Somehow he managed to pass the test. No more cramming, he promised himself. The cats and the dogs were talking. The cats and the dogs were talking. The cat said, "Humans treat us better than you. If we turn up our nose at the cat food they serve us, they buy us another brand. If we were sleepy, we can sleep on the pillow in our beds," the dog said. "But humans take us out for walks. They throw frisbee for us to catch. They put us in their tube and give us bath," the cat said. "They don't take us out for a walk because there is a litter box in the house. If we want to catch something, we catch birds and mice. They don't give us bath because we clean ourselves. And one more thing, they respect our independence. They don't put a chain on our neck and a leash on the chain," the dog said. We rather have a leash on our neck than have their kids pulling our tail all time. It's a beautiful summer day in New York City. It's a beautiful summer day in New York City. It's a day made for a walk. John was standing at an intersection near the Brooklyn Bridge. He had driven over the bridge before, but he had never walked over the bridge before. He started walking up a hill on the pedestrian path. Some pedestrians were walking ahead of him, and some pedestrians were also walking toward him. They were coming from the Brooklyn side of the bridge. A bicycle path was next to the pedestrian path. Some pedestrians were walking on the bike path. A bicyclist approached. He rang his bell. Walker slowly got out of his way. He kept ringing his bell. John continued walking uphill. A man was standing next to a large ice chest. He was selling bottled water. $1, ice cold water, he shouted. John wasn't thirsty. He wondered how heavy that ice chest was. The pedestrian path. The pedestrian path and the bike path gradually rose above the cars. John looked down at the cars. He was walking east toward Brooklyn. He was walking east toward Brooklyn. The eastbound cars below were moving quickly, but the westbound cars coming into New York City were creeping along. There was a traffic jam. John was walking faster than those cars were moving. He was happy to be walking east instead of driving west. A nice breeze made his walking pleasant. He walked past people taking pictures. They were taking pictures of the bridge. They were taking pictures of the East River. They were taking pictures of the buildings. They were taking pictures of one another. A woman asked John to take her picture in her boyfriend. Or was he her husband? He took their pictures. They thanked him. John continued walking uphill. An old man was sitting next to the handrail. He was drawing the bridge. The drawings. Next to the man were about 30 drawings. They were clipped to the fence beneath the handrail. There were drawings of bridges and buildings. There were drawings of people's faces. Other drawings were black and white. John thought they were beautiful. He couldn't believe the price. Each drawing was only $10. They were all about 18 inches by 11 inches. Those are so beautiful, he told the man. The man was sitting on the folding chair. There was another folding chair next to him. Thank you, he said. I'm from Russia. English is no good. John said, but your art is very good. Sit, the man said. You. The man pointed at John with his pen. He pointed at the empty chair. You want to draw me? John asked. Sit, the man said. John said he didn't have time. Maybe he would stop in the way back. Sorry. The drawing is true. The man looked at John. Sit, he repeated. John smiled. He waved a goodbye to the man. Maybe I should buy some drawings on my way back. Maybe, he thought. Maybe I should buy some drawings on my way back. He thought. Maybe that old man will be famous someday. Maybe my drawings will be worth millions. He could see the Statue of Liberty. It looked so small. There were many ships and boats. There were many ships and boats on the river. Some boats were full of tourists. They were going to the Statue of Liberty. They were circling the Manhattan Island. John reached the first of the two towers. He looked up. It said 1875 on the towers. The vendors were selling t-shirts, CDs, foods, and drinks. The people were taking pictures and reading plaques. John admired the tower. He admired the view. Half an hour later, he started walking toward the second tower. What a pleasant time he was having. What a pleasant time everyone was having. A laptop problem. Bill's laptop stopped working. He looked on the phone book under computer repair. He called a repair place near his apartment. Byron answered the phone. Bill said, "My laptop has crashed. Can you retrieve the file? If so, how much will it cost?" Byron said, "I charge $125 for an hour. I can probably retrieve your files in an hour. If I can't, I will call you." The conversation lasted a few more minutes. Bill was impressed. Byron was very polite. He seemed friendly. He seemed trustworthy. Little later, Bill took his computer to Byron's office. Byron's wife was his secretary. She was very friendly. All the three talked about Bill's computer, weather, Yanks, and the good old days. They are a really nice couple. Bill thought as he left Byron's office. I think I have two new friends. The next morning, Bill called Byron. How's it going? Bill asked. Laptop problem 2. It's coming along, said Byron. Your files are a real mess. I have spent 3.5 hours on your computer, but I haven't retrieved everything. Excuse me? Said Bill. What do you mean 3.5 hours? How much money is that? It is $375. Byron said, well, actually it is $437.50. $437.50? Is this a joke? I can buy a brand new computer with $437.50. You are pulling my legs, right? We agreed to an hour. Then you were supposed to call me. Why didn't you call me? It was late at night, said Byron, and I didn't want to wake you. Look, sounds like you are upset. I'll take you off the clock right now. I'll retrieve all your files, but just charge you for the first 3.5 hours. I still have about 2 hours to go. You'll be getting those 2 hours for free. That saves you $250. How's that for a deal? The couple in line. The couple stood in line at the Boulevard Hospital. They were on the fourth floor. They were first in line. 3 workers sat behind the main desk. One of them, a slim woman, said, "Step down." Doug and Sandra looked at each other. Step down? There is no step. The floor was completely flat. The only steps were in the stairwell beside the elevator. The woman repeated herself. She looked right at them. They pointed to themselves. She nodded. They stepped forward. Did you say step down? Doug asked. She nodded. Sandra gave her a piece of paper. There are no steps, Doug said. You should say step forward. No one understands step down. The woman wrote a phone number on the piece of paper. She said, "Call this number on Monday." She gave the paper back to Sandra. She looked at the people next in line. "Step down," she said. Okay, my friend, I need to use all this knowledge to speak in English better, faster, in a good way. I know I need to improve my knowledge in English. I need to increase it each day by reading, by hearing and listening a lot of materials. But I am trying to do my best every day, every time. I'm trying to rise it and to grow it in my life, because it's a great test that I can do to get money, perhaps to be rich, and to realize my goals. I'm doing this every day, trying to improve it, trying to aprimorate it, to make it better. I know some words, but my vocabulary is a little poor. But I'm investing in this because I want to speak English fluently, in an easy way, confidently. I'm trying to repeat the words that I am hearing. I'm trying to copy the way that the other speakers are talking. I need to comprehend more things, to understand more words, to get more meanings, to search in the vocabulary, to search in books, reading stories, reading in subjects about English, trying to make it more beautiful in an amazing way, trying to make it terrifying, trying to make it terrific, because terrifying is to threaten something, to scare something, some people. I am doing it like I could, because I'm here in Brazil and I don't have so much chance to speak with another person. I'm trying to record my voice in this phone for me to hear it later, and try to train my mind and my brain in doing this situation, because I like to learn English, and it's the most near thing that I can do to get money, because if you want to get some job in one company, it's good to get English fluency. I need to pray to Lord above for He to send me His pleasure, His love, His kindness, for me to perhaps speak English faster, somehow manage to do this. In fact, it's not an easy thing, but I'm doing my best. Otherwise, I could stop to do it, but that's not my intention. I need to use it. I'm getting a lot of stories in my mind, in my heart, for me to remember all the words, for me to remember a lot of meanings about words in vocabulary. I know I am just creeping along in this task, but I know my English is growing. I know I'm increasing it, and I need to use my English to talk about a lot of other things, a lot of other tasks, about cookies, about cooking, about studies, about college, about industry, to speak about the government, to talk about the politics, about the party, to talk about vacations, to talk about side views. But I need to collect more words. I need to collect more vocabulary. I need to collect more meanings. I need to make my research, to search, to pursue this goal, to make my dreams come true. I'm trying to watching cartoons in the TV to get new words and to learn how to understand the native American guy speaking. For me, don't speak like a Brazilian guy, but trying to speak like a American, because if you speak English like a Brazilian, you will make a lot of mistakes. And indeed, I need to accumulate more words, to gather more words in my heart, in my pronunciation. I need to train my pronunciation. I need to speak and use it like I'm doing now. I am trying to expand it, for me to use my English to explain, to give examples to other peoples, and to get the real light in my mind, to get a bright thought, to be more illuminated by these words, illuminated by this knowledge. And I'm trying to spend my time with this dot. I'm trying to waste my time doing what I want, what I like. I need to conquer it. I need to afford it by my efforts, by my interesting, and I need to look in the internet, in the website, in sites that you can see videos, that you can see news in English. You need to practice your brain every day, each time, each moment. You need to use all you have to achieve it, to approach, and to arrive in your ends, your goals, to make your objectives done. I can't to think like American so fast, searching for the words. I am trying to remember the correct word to speak now, but I know it's good to me because I'm practicing. I'm doing what it need to do, what it takes to do, or to remember, record words. Even you are making some mistakes, it's important to do this because you are going to do the most important thing, that is to practice English. That you need to use your parts of your body, like your brain, like your heart, to use English, to make it very useful. Like I saw in the cartoon, the guy said, "You are very useful engine." I want to be a very useful engine. It's a lesson to me that I need to learn, that I need to do, to realize. There is songs that I got phrases, and there is seasons. I like about seasons. I have to say about useful things that I can do in my life. I always want to study English because I need to do it. And I like to do it because I got some gift. I get my ability to do it. I'm trying to make my mind occupied with this work. I need to make it work out in my heart, in my mind. I'm trying to use it for a long time, because you need to put your heart and your mind entirely in this holy subject. There was a lot of words that I have studied, but I don't remember the perfect meaning, so I couldn't use it. I can use it if I got some knowledge about it, but if I forgot all the meaning, like the word overall, I can't use it. Despite all this problem, I know I do my best. Whatever I'm doing wrong, I know this is the correct way, because we are like a little boy trying to learn English, trying to speak in English. We are just like a little boy trying to speak again. We can't to bring these words in your heart, make this way be very currently in your life. Actually, I'm not a very good guy speaking English, like I said, but I am searching. I'm doing what I could to do, what I need to do for me to do it better. I'm almost watching movies perfectly. There is a lot of phrase that I don't understand because it is more grammar. You need to aprimorate. There is more grammar, more lessons that I didn't have. So because that I couldn't understand all things, but I got almost more than 50%, almost 70% of the movie I can to understand. I need to understand, for example, 8% in the movies because it can make me feel happy, make me feel so enjoyed. I need to fulfill my wish, my desires. I need to fulfill my request. I'm trying to remember words that I am hearing in games, like the phrase the guy said, little by little I become strong. I need to remember more phrases that I don't know again, like that I don't remember now, but I have remembered something. The phrase that the guy said, anytime. I wish you could find what you want. Some words like that, because I'm trying to play RPG games, and in the RPG games you have the quest. In the quest you go to speak with the NPS, no playable NPC, no playable character, and all NPC have his all words, have his all phrase, his all particular way to speak something, and you need to achieve the quest to get bonus prizes, some gifts, some special awards. But I'm doing this because I'm interested in speaking English fluently, like I said, and I know I'm repeating some words, but it's not a trouble to repeat some words because I'm learning, and I need to do it because it's important to me, because I'm in the first steps, and I need to use it and make it step by step, like they say. And for that is good for now. I don't know how much time I have spent doing this task, but a good investment that I'm doing all my life is to spend my time trying to talk better, trying to speak very well, correctly. But I know my good problem now is to increase my vocabulary and to use the correct grammar, because without it you can make your English beautiful. Because if you make it, you will do a lot of mistake. It's not my pleasure. I'm glad to try to speak it every day, and I do it better. If God want, perhaps I can make it so soon as I can, and I want to take myself in a easy way, because there's words that I don't remember now, so I need to use the more approximately way to speak these words for me to make me understood to all people, to everyone who will listen it. Okay, my friend, it's good for now. Okay, I will stop. See you. Goodbye.